Sacktown, what's going on? It's Sacktown Pete back with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone's had a great day. The Kings just ended losing again tonight to the Los Angeles Clippers. They played at the Staples Center. The final score from the Staples Center tonight was 115 to 96. That makes this at 5 wins and 10 losses of the season. So we've lost 4 straight games. And let's get into the numbers with the starting five. Rashad Holmes in 35 minutes, he had 8 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. De'Aaron Fox in 34 minutes, he had 25 points, 4 boards, 7 assists. Harrison Barnes in 32 minutes, he had 5 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Marvin Bagley in 29 minutes, he had 10 points, 8 boards, 1 assist. Buddy Hield in 29 minutes, he had 13 points, 2 boards, 3 assists. And let's look at the bench. Tyrese Halliburton in 25 minutes, he had 11 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Glenn Robinson in third in 21 minutes, he had 14 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Corey Joseph in 16 minutes, he had 6 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. Metu in 13 minutes, he had 2 points, 4 boards. And then Justin James in 6 minutes, he had 2 points, 1 rebound. And for the Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard in 35 minutes, he had 32 points, 3 boards, 5 assists. Paul George, 32 minutes, he had 19 points, 7 boards, 12 assists. Wow, okay. Batum in 26 minutes, he had 11 points, 3 boards. Pat Beverly in 24 minutes, he had 6 points, 3 boards. And Serge Ibaka in 23 minutes, he had 8 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Okay, so this game got away out of the hand in the third quarter. Uh, the third quarter woes just to continue defensively. Um, we gave up about, I think after 3 quarters we gave up about 92 points, which nothing has changed. And when nothing changes, you're gonna get the same repetitive results, and it's been like this now for the 5+ games, um, and it's resulted in 4 straight losses. So the losses keep piling up if your defense is not going to change. And offensively, I just think that other than De'Aaron Fox, uh, Buddy Hield was that streaky at best. Marvin Bagley was okay. Could have been better, obviously, but shit, the whole team could have been better, offensively and defensively. And the previous matchup with the Clippers last week, 4 days ago, that was a beatdown, obviously in Sac. This game in LA, it was close. It was better somewhat from that comparing it to the last time we played him in Sac, but still, at the end of the day, the result was just the same. It got out of the hand. It got away from us in the fourth quarter. We made somewhat of a little run. The bench got us back in the game. Halliburton and Glenn Robinson in third. They brought some energy, got some stops, and made some buckets when we needed him. And it was to a point where Glenn Robinson in third hit a 3-pointer, and it was 88 to 99, 11-point game, and the Clippers called timeout. So uh, Corey Joseph's in the game at that point. You think you would take Corey Joseph out of the game and bring in Fox then, but you don't. You leave Corey Joseph in the game, and you let De'Aaron Fox sit on the bench, and then you bring him in when the Clippers make a run, and then the Kings just get away from the game. So I don't understand the coaching there. What Luke was, I think Luke should have brought Fox in at that point when we were down 11, and just send Corey Joseph to the bench. He should have went with Fox with the 3 guard lineup with Fox, Halliburton, and Buddy Hield, or Glenn Robinson in third with Harrison Barnes, and then I think he could have brought Bagley back in as well because I think offensively Marvin Bagley, um, he could have got some good looks, and he could have made some corner threes. Like he made a couple corner threes tonight, and I really think that his game is starting to slow down, and he looked really great in the first half as well. Posting up, getting in the paint, doing work in the paint. But at the same time, in the second half, the defense was going to adjust. The Clippers defense did a good job on him on the second half, and I think he settled with a lot of 3-pointer. He took a couple attempts on the perimeter, and I want him to be more physical down low in the paint. I don't want him to fall in love with that jump shot. Um, I mean, I get it. The corner threes, I don't mind, but at the same time, some of the threes that he took in the second half were on top of the key, which just kind of uh, just like I think he rushed her. I think he just wanted to fall in love with the three. I think that could have been easily handled and let him post and do work in the paint. So, with that being said, uh, today, yeah, the defense just the defense has to improve. I understand we played a great team like the Clippers, but we showed that we can make a run on the Clippers in the fourth quarter. We got the lead down to 11 points, and we were very capable of getting back in the game. And I think the adjustments were not made at the right time. Luke should have definitely went back to with the starters or left Halliburton and Glenn Robinson alongside with De'Aaron Fox. Should have put your best player back in the game in De'Aaron Fox when your team's down 11. And I'll give the credit to the bench where it's due because they did bring us back in the game. But yeah, they just the defense had to be better, and they weren't. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George did their thing down in the fourth, and that's what you get when you have two superstar, all-star type of players in Kawhi and PG, and that's something that the Kings don't have currently, and that's something that they need. You got to have you got to have all-star superstars on your team, and the Kings currently don't have that. And De'Aaron Fox, yes, potentially he can become that, but he's not there yet. Um, Another thing just kind of continued to bug me throughout the season is De'Aaron Fox's free throw percentage. He was 3 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. That's not good. That has to improve. And considering that you're our point guard and we gave you the fat extension, you got to show improvement. You got to every point guard should be at least 80% from the free throw line, and De'Aaron Fox is below that. He is somewhere around after tonight. He is around 70% on the dot. He's got to be better than that, guys. And I'm not knocking on him. I'm just stating the obvious. He's got to be a better free throw percentage. He has to have that better free throw percentage, and he has to be a better free throw shooter. And uh, other than that, I've loved what I've seen from him the last two games. Attack mode, especially in the first half, especially in the first quarter. He had seven. I think the first half he had 17 in the first half. He looked like a guy playing at will and getting to the basket at will whenever he wants, if and whatever he wants. And I want to see him continue to do that. It has to keep up. The next game against the New York Knicks. This game will be a home game, but this game is not going to be a pushover. This game is not going to be taken lightly. The New York Knicks are actually playing good basketball this season. Tom Thibodeau has done a great job early on over there in New York. He's got Julius Randle having a career year. They're pounding, they're grounding and pounding. They're playing bully ball this year, and I want this team to focus and not have them see them as a pushover because they are not the Knickerbockers that we've been accustomed and used to seeing. Um, Tibbs has done really well. The other night, I think they blew out the Boston Celtics by 30 points. I was wild. It wowed me because a good of a team that the Celtics are, the Knicks gave it to them. They beat them by 30 points, I think it was the other night. And with that being said, just got to figure about this game tonight. We lost to the better team. Clippers are obviously a better team, and they're bound to be a top 3, top 4 team in the Western Conference. And we got to focus on the Knickerbockers. I'm expecting a bounce back win Friday night, but at the same time, I don't want the team to take them lightly because there could be a chance where they might bully us in the paint or they might just outplay us on the perimeter and overall as a team. And we got to focus. Luke Walton has to have this team regroup. Um, I don't know how Luke Walton's going to preach the defensive effort on tonight's game. I don't know what goes on in that locker room at halftime or even in the pregame or in the postgame, but I do know, as you guys all know, this defense is not getting it done. This is probably some of the worst defense I've seen as an OG diehard Kings fan. Since I'm going to say this defense has been pretty bad since I'm going to say the 2008 2009 season where we had the worst record. And uh, it's just been terrible. And it has to improve. If it doesn't improve, we're just going to continue to see the same results that we've seen the last 5 to 7 games. And with that being said, let me know what you guys think about what your guys' take is for tonight's game. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Um, and I just want to see this team win. I hate losing. I get it. We all hate losing. Um, it's just frustrating to see. But I truly believe that with Sacramento Kings GM Monty McNair and his plan and vision to turn this team into a winning team, It will happen, and I just pray that it will hopefully happen in our lifetime, and it will. It will happen. I just gotta stay positive. Gotta stay optimistic. Um, and yeah, I'm a little emotional because I'm sick and tired of losing, but at the same time, I get it. The reality is that this team is gonna go through growing